You will never be broke again after watching this video. Hey friends, Victor Isibor here. I grew the $200 in my right hand to over $10,000 in my left hand right now, all within 14 days. How did I do it? I will show you in this video. Make sure you watch the video right till the end so that you don't miss anything. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Hi guys, my name is Victor Isibor. I'm going to make a lot of enemies after today's class. Okay, a lot of you are going to hate me because they say the truth is bitter, and I have a lot of bitter pills to give to you today. Those bitter pills will cure your poverty once and for all. As a matter of fact, after this class, none of you will ever be broke again, except of course if you have sworn an oath of poverty. Okay, now before I continue with the lecture I have for you today, I need somebody to tell me, how do you identify a poor person? What is the major characteristic of a broke person? Yeah, Nicholas, go ahead.
Well, an easy way to spot a poor or a broke person is that they don't have what it takes to buy anything. They can't afford anything, so they don't have what it takes to buy. They cannot buy. They don't have that purchasing power, so they cannot buy anything.
You're wrong, Nicholas. You're wrong, Nicholas. If there's one thing that broke or poor people know how to do, it is to buy. They buy a lot. Give them money and they will buy stuff with all the money. They will buy their way back to poverty. If they win a huge sum in lottery, they will buy their way back to poverty. If they come to an inheritance, they will spend, buy till they are broke again. Now, there is one thing that poor people don't know how to do, and it is sell. Poor people don't know how to sell. That is why they are poor. The reverse is the case. So you got the answer very wrong. Now, let me tell you something. You may not be able to afford a Ferrari right now. You cannot buy a Ferrari right now, okay? But if you were to become an affiliate marketer with a Ferrari franchise and you start selling Ferraris for a commission, you sell a Ferrari, you get a commission. You sell another Ferrari, you get another commission. Only a matter of time. You will sell enough Ferraris, earn enough commission for you to be able to buy a Ferrari. So what it means is that if you sell enough of a particular commodity or a service, eventually you will now become able to buy that service or that commodity that you have sold for a long time. I was able to buy my first house because I went into real estate. I sold enough houses. Along the line, I became able to buy a house. So this is rather simple, okay? If you have the ability to sell enough houses and you earn commissions on each sale, it's only a matter of time you'll be able to buy a house. If you are able to sell enough cars and you earn commissions on each sale, only a matter of time you'll be able to afford to buy a car. So if there is a skill, a high income skill that you must master so that you can stay afloat, it is sales. If you know how to sell, you can never be broke. It is impossible. And that is the major skill that 99% of poor people lack. They cannot sell. A man who can sell can never go hungry. Poor people buy a lot. That's why they are poor. Now, let me quickly touch on online businesses and the approach of a lot of people to online businesses. A lot of you feel like when the business is online, it doesn't require you to work or to use your head at all. You just dump your money there, go to sleep and be making money. You don't want to work. That is why in online businesses, you people give up very quickly. After 2 months, you give up. Meanwhile, you go to work, drive through traffic every day to your office for 30-something years without any financial breakthrough. You are okay. You can suffer offline. You can sweat offline. But you think that it is an abomination for you to put in the work online. That is why a lot of you guys do not make substantial, sustainable income from your online businesses. Your approach. Also, let me talk about a particular syndrome that a lot of you suffer from, which I would like to call the minimum package syndrome. If I give you a link, like the one in the description of this video, to a legitimate business, the first question a lot of you ask is, what is the minimum amount to put in? You are not asking so that you will know the range. You are asking because you want to go in with the minimum package. Now, there is nothing wrong in going into a business with the minimum package. But remember as a rule of thumb, if your capital for an online business is less than $1,000, don't go into that business thinking that you can be making money passively, substantially, that will pay all your bills. I say this because a lot of people invest $100 capital into a business and they expect that business to make them multi-millionaires in little or no time without putting in any work. $100, and you expect that the returns from that business is going to lead you to financial freedom. Even if you were to meet a high yield investment platform, like all those Ponzi schemes that guarantees you 2% returns on a daily basis. What is 2% of $100? $2. What can $2 do for you? If you were to buy a coin, for instance, a coin that the analysts say is going to do well, you buy it for $100 and that coin does 3x. That is just $300. Can $300 take you out of poverty? A lot of you are broke. You invest peanuts and you expect the peanuts to take you out of poverty without doing any work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not okay to start a business with $100. But what I'm saying is your approach after you start it with $100. Do you think that $100 investment in any project is enough to guarantee your retirement? Sit back, relax, and do nothing, and the $100 returns will take care of you? It is impossible. So what I'm saying is that if you don't have substantial capital to put into a project, expecting passive returns when you fold your arms doing nothing, then you have to look for a way to grow that your capital into something substantial that can in turn yield you passive income that can guarantee your retirement. What I'm saying in essence is that if your capital is below $1,000 and you want your money to work for you without you doing anything, breaking news, as your money is working, you also must be working if your capital is below $1,000. You can't have below $1,000 capital and call yourself an investor and you want to relax and do nothing, thinking in your head that you have invested a fortune. Get up. You need to do more to grow your capital. An investor is that person who has actively grown their capital to that extent where they can now afford to sit back, relax, and let their money do all the work, because the money is substantial enough as capital to yield enough returns. If you have less than $1,000 capital, my brothers and sisters, your focus should be on how to actively grow your capital, because passively growing such a capital legitimately will be painfully slow and boring. Put $100 into a legitimate project. See your returns coming like droplets of water. You will become impatient. You will become bored. Instead of you to back out of that project,
Do something about it. Don't just sit back, relax, and do nothing. I have legitimate link to a business in the description of this video. If you have $100 capital, it is good, you can start, but you have work to do. And that is what I'm going to explain to you now. The business in the description of this video, it has an affiliate or referral commission compensation plan, whatever you want to call it. Now, people who have low capital have put the benchmark at below $1,000. If you have below $1,000, you have no business sitting around, lazying around in any project you are in. You have to leverage on the referral commissions of that project so that you can increase your capital, make all the commissions possible, and grow. Somebody has invested $2,000 capital into a project. They are sleeping. You too, that you have just $200 in that project, you are also sleeping. And the saddest part is that those $100 capital people, they are the ones that complain the most about the project. They complain, they make the loudest noise. A lot of people do not like network marketing. And when you see such people who don't like network marketing, majority of them are poor. Remember at the beginning of this video, I said something that the hallmark of a poor person is that they hate to sell. That is why when you introduce them to a project and they need to sell, they always run away. Not knowing how to sell or their unwillingness to sell is the root cause of their poverty. So they will bring $100 and say, I'm putting in $100 now. Do I still have to sell? What returns will $100 give to you that will change your financial story and that of your family if you don't sell? You see, that is what a lot of poor people do not know. Their unwillingness to sell is the reason why they are poor. There's a concept called OPM, other people's money. Yeah, I know you don't have money, but network marketing, affiliate commission, referral bonuses gives you the opportunity to leverage on other people's money. Now, you don't have the money, but you know people who have the money. You bring them into the project, they commit their money, you earn a bonus, and that way you are gradually growing your capital. The money you will make in affiliate and referral commissions and bonuses is going to grow your capital a lot faster than the one that you make from the profits that you make when you invest in that project only. This is the harsh truth. This is the reality. I know a lot of people that have made a lot of money using the OPM formula, other people's money. What I am saying is, if your capital is below $1,000, please don't let me ever hear you say, I don't like referring people. Don't. You have lost the right to say so. Because sales is the most important skill anybody can acquire in this world. It is the most important skill if you know how to sell. If you know how to sell, my brothers and sisters, you will never be broke. Your pocket will never be empty. Your cup will full up and it will run over. You will have excessive money only if you know how to sell. So, after deciding that, okay, I have a low capital, so it is not enough for me to have the investor mindset because my capital is low. I need to think about how to actively grow my income. The next target of yours is to look for a project that has a very good compensation plan, a very good reward system that will ensure that you get what is commensurate to the effort that you are putting in. If you put in a good effort, you will get very fantastic returns. I have that project in the description of this video. A project that will reward your hard work and will pay you handsomely for the hard work that you have decided to put in. Now, the business with its link in the description of this video, referral is optional. It is optional.
Yes, I do not promote referral-based businesses. If you know Victor Isibor, I don't do that. Okay? But if your capital is below $1,000, your capital is below $1,000, and you are impatient, you want to make a lot of money to live the lifestyle that you desire, be ready to put in some work. If your capital is $1,005, $1,002, $3,000, $2,000, you can afford to say, okay, I just want to relax. My returns should take care of me. I agree with you. Now, don't get me wrong, $100 will give you returns on a daily basis, yeah? And you can even grow that returns by compounding. But you know, compounding is for patient people. A lot of $100 capital people amongst you are the most impatient people. So compounding is not what I will advise for you. I advise that you leverage on the compensation plan. A lot of people started with $100. Now they have capital of over $20,000. Now they buy Porsche cars. Now they travel the world. Now they buy houses. Why? Because they grew their capital intentionally. Now they have become investors in the true sense of the word, because they have the capital to back up that status. If you have $100 capital or $50 capital, please, when they are calling investors, don't answer.
Oh, no.
So what I'm saying in essence is that no matter the capital you have, you want something legitimate, you want something transparent, you want something long-lasting, send me a DM. When you tell me your capital, I will be able to advise you on the path to follow to guarantee that you eventually break the chains of poverty. Thank you. I'm Victor Isibor. I'm out.